There we go. All right, so number 23, chapter 4, number 23, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do they want me to do?
Mm.
I don't know.
It just gives us the equations.
Oh, it doesn't even have
It
instructions?
doesn't, no.
Okay, let's go with
I mean,
solve.
at night,
Section
on
that's
the
in has
last
instructions.
page.
How about solve?
Okay.
So they want us to solve this system that's x plus 2y is 10, y plus z is 5, z plus w is 3, and x plus w is 5. Whoa. Right? Lots and lots of variables. Okay, so how do I do this?
Do you want to first turn it into an augmented?
Yeah, I think given the context I'm in, I should probably turn it into an augmented matrix. How big is that thing going to be?
4 by 4.
4 by 4 probably? All right, so what goes in the first x spot?
1,
1. What's here?
Go.
0.
0,
That should be a 2, right? That's the y's out of the first equation. What should this one be?
0, and 0.
What are you thinking when you look at this one?
Z's
Z's and
W's.
w's. Okay, and then I'm augmenting by
10.
10. And the next line is
0, 1, 1, 0, 5.
0, 1, 1, 0, 5. And the next line
0, 0, 1, 1, 3.
3. Good.
1, 0, 0, 1, 5.
Okay, so good news.
There's lots of zeros.
All the
There-
ones are in the right spot.
Yeah, this is nice. Yeah?
Yeah.
That, I think, is going to make this easy. This is the only thing causing me a problem right now.
Yeah.
Okay, see that? If I hadn't written all of this down this way, right, I maybe would have had trouble realizing that I'm really only a couple steps from being done here. You guys all see that? Like if I didn't go to augmented matrix land, if I just play around with this business, it's going to take me a while to sort out that there's really only one thing I need to eliminate, which is the x from this last equation. You guys see that's the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just got to figure out how to get that x out of there. So how do I get this 1 out of here?
You have to multiply the first row by -1.
Okay, so if I multiply the first row by -1, I get -1, -2, 0, 0, -10. And then I'm going to rewrite this whole thing. What happens to the first 3 rows?
They stay the same.
They just stay the same. So 1, 2, 0, 0, 10, 0, 1, 1, 0, 5, 0, 0, 1, 1, 3. And the last row now is
0, 0, 0.
so close. 0,
-2,
-2,
0, 1.
0,
Oh
1,
wait, -5.
-5.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what happened?
You moved your problem.
Good, I pushed the problem kind of one step over, right? A thought for that would be that here I solved for W, and I stuck that into this one. I'm not going to keep going back to that because those steps are going to get really confusing.
Okay.
But that's roughly what happened here. It's not quite exactly what happened, but it's close.
Okay.
What really happened is I used these two,
Yeah.
but you guys okay with this? So somehow I translated my problem from x's to y's. Now what?
You subtract. But that would be horrible because you just.
Then you do it by
Okay, so
second
I
row.
don't want to use this row again, right? Because that'll put my problem back over here.
Yeah.
I want to use a row that already has a 0 here.
Okay.
So where's a row that has a 0 here and a different number here?
the second.
I think the second row will get rid of my y problem. What's it going to translate my y problem into? Good, it's gonna turn my y problem into a z problem. And then I'm gonna use this one to get rid of my z problem. You guys see that?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to write down underneath here what? What's my row I want to play with?
Multiplied by 2.
I want to take row 2, probably multiply by 2. So 0, 2, 2, 0. Then? Okay. Then what? Rewrite the whole deal, right? Okay, top row. What did I do to the top row?
It stays the same.
Nothing. 1, 2, 0, 0, 10. Okay. How about my second row?
The same.
Leave that alone. 0, 1, 1, 0, 5. Third row?
Same.
0, 0, 1, 1, 3. And my new last row is,
Shouldn't that be negative 10? So negative 5 plus.
I took, so the blue is this row multiplied by 2.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
After I add, the sign will flip on something.
Okay, it'll be fine.
Okay, so when I add these two, I'm going to get what?
0, 0, 2, 1, 5.
0, 0, 2, 1, 5.
Yes.
Okay, so I changed my y problem into a z problem now. And now what?
You gotta change the z problem into a w problem.
Cool.
Except the W problem will ultimately be a problem. It's just a half problem.
Yeah, exactly. So, what do I want to do?
The third one, you'll multiply it by negative 2.
Okay, so what do you get?
0, 0, negative 2, negative 2, negative 6.
Okay. So I'm going to rewrite the whole thing again. And really these top two aren't changing, or these top three aren't changing, right?
Yeah.
And my last one is now
0, 0, 0, negative 1, negative 1.
cool. And now what?
Now you can solve for w. Negative w equals negative 1, so w equals 1.
Okay, so flip the sign on the last row. Okay, so that last row, right, this guy, out of that thing, I'm getting w is 1. You guys see that?
Yes.
Out of this second to last row, what do I get?
So z plus 1 equals 3.
Okay, z plus w is 3, right?
Okay.
Take this information, put it in there. That'll tell you z plus 1 is 3. Right, I'm overthinking. Which tells you z is 2.
That's cheating.
Okay, once I know z is 2, what do I do?
You just do something
Yeah, what's this one tell me?
that y is 0.
That tells me y plus z is 3.
No, y plus z is 5.
5, thank you. Y plus z
Y
is
is
5.
3.
Put the z is 2 in there, right? So take this information, put it in there, get y is 3 out. What do you do with that information?
Plug it into the next one.
Plug it into the next one up, which says x plus 2y is 10.
X equals 4.
This, plug it in there, get x is 4.
I see a pattern.
Cool. So what's my final solution here? Like, answer?
X equals 4, y equals 3, z equals 2, and w equals 1.
Perfect. X is 4, y is 3, z is 2, and w is 1. Cool. Questions, thanks?
You said you were like on step 2, on the second matrices you drew, you're like, okay, so we're gonna move that number there to there to there. What gave you that, like?
What motivated me to
Yeah.
do that? So I looked at this thing and I saw, okay, it's got a bunch of zeros down here. I really would like it if it had a triangle of zeros down here. Because then I could do this back substitute step, right? I could read W off the bottom line, and then I'd know some equations, and I could just kind of trickle back up. This thing was in the way of me doing that. And so I just said, okay, I gotta get rid of this. The only way I can get rid of this is with the top equation. So I did something there, and the price I paid for that was that I was gonna get a number here. Then I thought, okay, now that I'm in this state where I've got a number here, how can I get rid of that? Well, I could try adding back to here, but that'll push my problem back where I just got rid of it. So I gotta do something else. There's 2 other options. This isn't gonna change that too. So I gotta run for this one. And I'll just push it over.
I got you.
You guys see that? Cool. Questions, things? Other things? You guys wanna see what this was on the equation level?
Not really, I don't think you want to write it out.
Okay, so what we did on equation level was this first thing, right? I took the first row, I multiplied by -2, and I added to the last row, right? So that's taking this, multiplying by -2, and then adding to that. You guys see that? That'll get me y's and w's, right? In fact, it'll get me this equation. Then I use this one.
Wait, you mean -1, right? Not the -1.
Oh, yeah, sorry. At any rate, right, some multiple combines. And then I've got y's. So then I use this information to mix the y's out and trade it for z's. The nice thing about the matrix is it gives you a nice pattern to try to do that with. Right, you just go for zeros down here. It gives you a target to see. Otherwise, on this thing, you could wander around adding and subtracting and substituting multiples of these for a while.
Yeah.
So it's not so much a better technique as it is a better way to play it. Cool?